for the biggest one of them all, the Super Bowl. And it seems to get bigger every year. The lights get brighter. The cameras more numerous. I don't know. There's just so much that goes into this game. It's an honor to be here, isn't it?
It is an honor, and I can't wait to share this game with you. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. You're my partner, my best friend. I can't imagine being anywhere else but right here with you. And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnitude. This is no longer just a game for America or even North America. This is worldwide. People watching from just about every country in the world. This is impressive.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and just about ready to roll.
And now Metcalf going to get a chance to run.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
DK Metcalf.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that.
And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there, and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field, because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
On first down, Justin Herbert.
He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 18 more yards there and another first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Throw left side, complete to Cup.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Herbert going to change the play here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. that time. 2nd and goal.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And a carbon copy there, at least as far as the results are concerned, as he'll be dropped behind the line yet again. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal.
Herbert now.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Smith.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now they'll send Kupp in motion right. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Here's Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, they certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Smith now to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Rocky start throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Out to his left. Another completion right back to Patterson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack. Well, on that one, they go with the play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
22 yards there, a first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Again, Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. Kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And going right back to Walker. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. And, Charles, one of the big stories this week, the head coach of this offense seeking his 3rd Super Bowl title. He is no stranger to the big game.
He's not a stranger to it at all. In fact, I think he's very comfortable with the stage that is the Super Bowl. We know it hasn't all been roses for him because he's had his share of disappointments. But just when we write him off, his guys always seem to deliver. And here he is now with a chance to make history and be one of just a handful of coaches with 3 Super Bowl rings. That's impressive.
Throwing now is Geno.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Play action. It's Smith. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The last run went so well for them, maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Off of play action, here's Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Anthony Schwartz in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
2nd and 10.
Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. Flush to his right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time. Now it's Herbert. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. Touchdown, LA! Cordell Patterson, 31 yards. And the Chargers have regained the lead in the 2nd half of this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
The no run back here, fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
It really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks have retaken a third-quarter lead.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They just got to find a way to get it done.
Now, meanwhile, the final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end.
Here's 2nd and 10.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw, eluding the pressure right.
He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel.
A big play there for LA. 62 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th-quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives him a 3-point lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. 81 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 1. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Give to Walker on the read option.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
It's complete to Walker.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. That's strong running. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Back to Walker on first down.
Joey Bosa in on the stop.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Smith.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His second catch of the Super Bowl, but it's good enough for a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A give for Walker running right.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
That's complete. It's Okuebunan.
He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
This Super Bowl, it has had it all so far. All tied 4th quarter as it kicks away. This is 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Here comes second down.
Hey, Kappa. 59. Go.
Now Herbert.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here.
Ray. Go.
Herbert.
And this one is incomplete.
And it doesn't look like they wanted to get down the field in 10-yard increments. They wanted the big shot there. That could have set them up just outside of field goal range if he comes down with it. But it winds up incomplete.
Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8.
Baylor Tiger. Ready.
Throwing, Herbert. Able to find Patterson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Herbert.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock. And they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. Here's 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3.
Whoa. Go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game.
Ready. Run.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick